Hello, welcome back. There's the infusion altar. I also made this thing. I'll show this one as well. I just wanted to do some of this stuff. Yeah, I was getting a bit confused with how to do it. I've still got my proper one. Yeah. You need to use arcane stone for these two sections. For some reason, I thought you could use arcane stone brick as well. I think it may have been a bit different before. But yeah, so basically what you do is you just need 12 nether brick, 12 obsidian for this section. And you put... so here what you need is iron bars. Don't worry about that. And then it's just simply a case of using Salus Amundus. And that will convert it over. And there was another thing I did actually want to show. And then simply you just put, yeah, the operation is simply like this. The chest actually goes in this block space. So that, those iron bars, well, you can place the chest right there though, and it opens. So pretty handy. And throw your items in here. And you see they actually just disappear like that. And they'll eventually come out here. Okay, so another thing I wanted to show as well, not with Cinnabar actually, if you have amber, what actually happens, and I'm not sure how, I'm not exactly sure, but I just wanted to at least note this. Yeah, you can see I get these things, these preserved curiosities, and they basically have a chance of giving you research like that. So I did have a fortune. It doesn't seem to come very often out of that, but that's an interesting way to gain more research there. Okay, so what was I doing? That's right. Okay, let's just give this one a go. Okay. Right, cloud stepper ring. Let's see what this does. Double jump, right? Okay, we'll give it a... doesn't seem to do anything though. Do I have to activate it maybe? Okay, it has to be in baubles. Okay. I've got V exhaust. That's an interesting. That's pretty nice though. Okay, so yeah, I can't do this yet. Run a lot, swim a lot. Let's see what else we got here. Headband of Curiosity. Experience orbs I gather from harvesting resources and slay monsters contain both magical energy and packets of knowledge. Yeah, I think that's what I was sort of alluding to with the Cinnabar. So I think harvesting resources is talking about, sorry, amber, and slay monsters. Yeah, there's also, yeah, I think there's another thing, like little sort of bags or whatever. I don't know. My theory is proven correct. I've found a way to extract fragments of knowledge from experience orbs. These parcels of knowledge are very small, but may provide useful snippets of insight to some kinds of research. I've drawn up designs for a headband that, when worn, will absorb half the experience from any orbs I collect and turn it into research knowledge. The rate of return is very low, but every little helps. Okay. So you can make that with a fancy belt. Need a bit more, okay. Okay. Alright, so I'm happy with that. So I've got the infusion oil up and running, so that's cool. But obviously, I need to get the warded jar stuff as well. Okay, so yeah, let's have a look. So if we look at the progress, I don't know, it's looking like about 50%. No Golomancy yet, of course. Crystal farming. Looks like I've done enough. I observed that V crystals naturally grow over time. Once I harvest them, they seem to lose this ability. I'm hoping to discover what exactly is lost and how to reinvigorate the crystals. Okay. So we just need one of each of the vanilla V crystals. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So how do we reinvigorate them? Okay, so I need to wink them. Okay, so interesting, very interesting. So that's cool. So we're at 40% there. Still not really done a huge amount there, amazingly enough. I will look at this. If I wish to recharge my V storage items, I currently need to return to the nearest recharge pedestal. Can normally be recharged. So I'd need to make it with a mundane amulet. Interesting. I wonder what the list of items that actually can be recharged is. That is a good question. So yeah, boost the travel. I still can't really do it because I don't know how to change that. What else do we have? Headband of Curiosity. Okay, so how are we going to get all those jars to feed the infusion altar? That is the kind of the question. So we've got the smeltery. We can put alimentum in there. Great wood. I haven't actually seen a great wood. That's a good point. So we'll take a look at that. I won't go to the trouble of finding a tree at this point. Just put. Doesn't really matter where. Interesting. So that gives us more on fundamentals, does it? No. Yeah, you see, what I wonder about is if there's I think there's exclusive, like sort of like the whole like, concept with the epiphanies and stuff. One thing I did actually want to just check on. So 11 on fundamental observation. Yes, not. It wasn't that one. It was this section. So what did it say? So there's something about bookshelf in here, I'm pretty sure. The bookshelf grants the balance research option and 2 chance of notation. I have a feeling this. I know it sounds absurd, but I have a feeling that this is actually going to. Let me just see what happens if I put this down here. Because I feel like. Does anything happen? No. Okay. There's definitely I'm sure I don't know. I'm not sure exactly where I've seen it, but I'm sure it is possible to do that. Okay, so right. Okay, so we've got the essentia smeltery. We're going to want to power that with alimentum, which I'm pretty sure is shown. We also need to have. I was looking at this, by the way. The bookshelf grants balance, and it says that in that picture, actually, what is it showing? It's showing like that looks like a runic. You know what I might do actually? I was thinking, I'm sure I've seen that picture, and then I realised it's actually in the book. So if we take this, I'm not sure what the. I do like that double jump. It's nice. It's especially got a nice sound to it as well. So if we put this, just say in this corner, it doesn't seem to do anything though. Do I have to place a runic matrix right next to it or what? Yeah. I wonder what that does. So let me just look at this picture again, because that picture was quite. It looks like it's either a cauldron or crucible. I think the left one might be the Golomancy structure, or maybe it's just a. Very interesting that you just put a runic matrix down there and it will actually let you select it. I wonder what we get in terms of theories here. Primunio essentially with golden sword and then studying the result. What does it mean by that though? Yeah. Very interesting anyway. I'm not gonna focus directly on that, but I do want to keep that in mind. So what I would like to focus on is obviously I did just make this cloud stepper ring, but it was only because I manually filled this up, and that's not really the way you're supposed to do it. So yeah, so I just wanted to do that just to get some of the more like the multi blocks that I knew would be more difficult. I've already got these. So let's get back to where we want to work on, which is going to be a bit more in the way of alchemy. So I need a essentia filter. It's just silverwood planks, bit of aqua. Okay, so you can place some. I believe the total is 3, if I'm not mistaken. So if I put nether brick in there. So we've got Terra, Ignis, and Ordo. Terra. No. I was under the impression that would give me the other ones as well. What is the rules for this then? Okay, so that is not how you increase the storage. I'm just wasting it at this point. I wonder what the maximum is. Yeah, no, sorry. What I think it's saying is that is how you increase the storage, but it only of one aspect. There's certainly a way. Right. Interesting. Yeah, that's right. You need the alchemical construct. Could I make that yet? Quicksilver, alchemical brass. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward to make that. Okay. Okay, let's place some jars down here. And I think I need labels for the jars, right? Did I put the label on? No. Okay, yeah, you need to mix it with a file. So if I had a file of air, get that. I think I should be able to put that on, right? Okay, that's cool. I was burning some. Yeah, I've been burning nether brick, and it's not really working with these alembics here. It just keeps on getting terror, and the rest is not going in. So I need to work out what I'm doing. Okay, so we can make that cloud stepper ring thing, right? But the problem is that I've got jars, and I just put a label on a jar, and we want to get them over there. One thing I noticed, by the way, if I put a runic matrix down here, if you look what happens here, it's kind of interesting. You can see I can actually select the runic matrix. The reason I actually even figured that out was because let's just put. Oh, I've got one over there already. Oops. It's because I was looking through this one, and I realised that in the picture, this second picture, you can see there's a bookshelf, there's a jar, there's a runic matrix, possibly a Crucible. So you see, I bet if I put a Crucible down here as well. Yep. So that's interesting. Very interesting stuff there. Now, what's going on here? Well, I had the essentia smelter. I already made. Let's put alimentum in. What I noticed that with the arcane alembics, it was just putting terra in there. So I think the way to handle this, so you see the fire, because I was using this, right, which has got terra, ignis, and ordo in it. So I believe if I just use an auxiliary slurry pump, I think if I did another one, so I did, well, I guess I have to do it connecting directly to this. Or do I? Or do I? That is a good question. Can I have it going this way as well? No. Okay, so what I would do is I would put another alembic up here. And so basically what will happen is we can see, so this one is full, so the terra is going in there. So that sort of illustrates the way that the smeltery, the essentia smeltery might work. And the alimentum is to speed it up. Okay. Okay, so the labels, so for instance, if I get a file now, so what I could do, right, so I get a file of terra here, I can put some, well, if I actually take the terra here, just put that straight in. And then what I would want to do is I would want to have a label for it, right? So if we look at the recipe for the labels, yep, just be a slime ball, an ink sac. These are the other recipes. Yeah. So I'd basically just get a label and let's get rid of these for now. Take a little bit of terra, combine the label with that. Okay, so let me just try. Yeah, so basically the advantage of the labels is that I can't put that in there. So put some ignis in here. Take another. Okay. Okay, so that's cool. So that's the way that I might want to sort of, you know, create the label system. So let's see what else I can do. I think there's also the essentia sort of tubes as well. Okay, so I've got the centrifuge as well. Let's just finish off. Yeah, could do a couple of these actually. So I just want to clarify what was going on with this. So this is the slurry pump. So it's got a way to make essentia smelt faster and more efficient. Slurry pumps. So if you place it on the side, it acts as a secondary process, outputting refined essentia to any alembics placed above. Designing the slurry pumps give me the idea to reduce the amount of flux generated during the smelting process. I follow up on these ideas as soon as possible. So I've discovered a way to manage the flux generated by the smelting process by running the slurry through a secondary set of venting ports fitted with filters, able to separate the flux and safely vent it as harmless steam. Like the slurry pumps, the vents need to be placed on the side of the smelter. This process will reduce flux produced by about a third, and additional vents will increase this, although there are diminishing returns. I guess I'll just go for one. I don't know if I need more. Yeah, and I'm aware at this point there's like this is the point where there's sort of multiple setups for these sorts of things. But I think that should just be it. That's just a, you know, an exhaust pipe or whatever. Looks fine. So I could put a few more alembics down here. Now the problem is, right, is that I need to get the golems and stuff. So I'm not sure if it will work. I think probably because I'm putting in something basic like this, it's not too bad. But yeah, it's gonna be problematic to get this stuff into the jars, isn't it? So let's think about how to do that. Okay, so I want to make this the alchemical construct. So there's 4 iron plates and then 2 valves. Okay. Let's just check that recipe again. So valves top and bottom and the tubes left and right. Okay, valves top and bottom, tubes left and right, and you in the middle. Okay. And thaumium plate, also pretty straightforward. Just a bit of thaumium. Okay. So that's done. It breaks down the essentia slurry. Okay, so I don't think I need to actually craft this one manually. Okay, so the structure I'm going for is this, and I think it's because it's like one distance. But you see, what will happen? So, for instance, if we look at what I've got at the moment, 171 and 53 per Decio. If I put some cobblestone in here, so you can see, so it should go to 178 and 54, right? $54 there. It does actually lose some though, I think. So it got that one. Let's have another look. So we've got 175, 54. This is all emptied. $180, 55. Well, why at that time? I think maybe is there loss? So 185, 56. One more. 190, 57. I'll keep a try. I'll just try a couple more. Just want to do them individually. Okay, there you go. See, so there is some loss. I was sure that there was loss there. 85% efficiency instead of 80%. Okay. So if I get this one, this will work better, right? Okay. So let's do that. So we want to get the thaumium essentia smeltery. So I don't think it's any real difference. It looks pretty much the same. Yeah, but I won't lose so much in terms of... Okay. So that's cool. So the next thing you have to make after that... I could make the essentia centrifuge. Interesting. I'll hold off on that one, I think. I want to do this thing, because this actually requires a structure. Miscount aspects, degrading essentia and ingredients require manual labour to mix. Now that I have raw liquid essentia available to me, I should improve the entire alchemical process. Okay. What is that? So it looks like something has opened up in fundamentals, no? I thought it had. I've seen that already. I'm not entirely certain what did open up, or if I needed paper in my inventory for that. By the way, I've never actually shown this, but you can actually you can see various things here. It will take you directly to it. But yeah. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, let's put the alimentum in there. Right, so where were we? Alchemy. So I've invented an automated device I've named the Thermatoria. The Thermatoria is a marvelous invention that allows a thermaturge to select which formula to use and what catalyst to add. It then automatically draws essentia from available sources using tubes. As long as there is a supply of catalyst, it produces the required object perfectly every time. The crucible that forms its base does not require water, but a heat source is still needed. Where I access the device, there are several slots. The top left slot is where I place the catalyst. Once I've done this, I can choose which recipe you wish to craft without catalyst from a list of possibilities in the top right slot. The bottom bar shows the essentia required and the order they will be required. Also display progress bars once the machine's operation. The create object is ejected out the front of the device or into an inventory placed in front of the ejection port. Okay, so yeah, and then we need to make the matrix, and it looks like this. So we need two alchemical constructs. Why do you need the matrix actually? Yeah, but I can't make it anyway because that's a part of golems. Okay, so two alchemical constructs and a crucible. Okay. Okay, so I think it said it did need lava, right? The heat source. Okay, so obviously we just use a nitro rather. Okay. But it's here maybe. There we go. So yeah, I think if I just put nitro underneath, it should be okay. So let's just do that. Okay, so I'm wondering how I even get this stuff in there. So rotten flesh and turn it into magic tallow. So I've got some ignis here, that should do the trick. I just put that in there. Where does it connect? Up here. Interesting. So it seems to work alright. So yeah, so I'm going to have to figure out how to pipe the essentia in. So this you seem to be able to get essentia from the air. The filling essentia transfuser can take essentia directly from a pipe network or other essentia source, transport to jars within 16 blocks. The direction it's facing. Drawing essentia from jars within range and placing it within tubes or devices requiring essentia. So it would probably make sense just to use this stuff, wouldn't it? Because this looks far better. Yeah. I might just hold off on that till the next episode though, so thanks for watching. Okay, so probably the best thing to do is just to use the where should I put this? I could put it a bit further away actually. I'll put it here. So the range is 16 on the filling essentia transfusion. And it's just a way to get stuff out of it really quickly and easily, basically. So yeah, and then I could use that to do what I need to do. Just take a few files out here. Okay, so if we look back at what I've got to do left, yeah, I think I'll leave this section for now. I've probably looked into it enough. I will return back and look at the tubes. I would like to see. I think it's like depth first. It's similar to the extra utilities pipes. What we got to do here? Lamp of fertility. So I need wheat. Is that all I need? My studies of Lux have shown me that light can be used as a medium for other helpful magics. Mundane light has been proven to have both positive and negative effects on moods. I think I might be able to greatly improve that effect by adding some arcane flair. Okay, so get some wheat. And there we go. So any living creatures bathed in the gentle pink glow of this lamp is immediately placed in a much more romantic mood. They will seek others their kind to mate. This lamp will have no effect if there are more than 8 of a particular species already present. It requires desiderium essentia to function, which can be fed to the lamp by attaching directly to an essentia piping system. The lamp can be turned off by applying a red